MMAplanet on the GLORY Collision press conference, talking to GLORY CEO Jon Franklin. Jon, the last time GLORY was here in the Netherlands was in June for GLORY 31. The rumors about a potential Hari versus Verhoeven matchup really heated up then. Verhoeven was there to commentate and Hari came later into the show. The intentions were clear from both sides. How did the matchup came about since then?
Well, as I said that night, if you remember, it's something we wanted to do, and it was important to have this fight on the GLORY stage for us. And so, and say, oh, was it a really hard fight to make? Well, I think the most important thing was the guys wanted to do it. So from a business standpoint, at that point, it was just a matter of working out the details. And each camp had things that they thought were important. It's going to be a 3-round fight because Badr Hari wanted a 3-round fight. It was going to be in a certain location because one camp didn't want it to be here or didn't want it to be there. So as it worked out, when the guys want the fight, you figure out a way to make it happen. And that's what happened. It took some time, but as we said in Amsterdam on the day that you mentioned, we wanted to make the fight and the guys did too, so it came to be.
Is the deal with Hari, is that one fight or multiple fights?
Well, I think if he fights again, he's going to fight for GLORY. So we don't know what his decision will be. As you saw, he didn't stick around for the face-off. So, you don't know what Badr's going to want to do in the future. But, if it goes well, we'd sure like to keep him in GLORY.
And you just broke the news. GLORY is moving from Spike to Ziggo. And this pay-per-view, this fight will be shown on pay-per-view in collaboration with the UFC. It's big things coming up.
They're both. Thanks. There are both big developments for GLORY. I mean, Ziggo is a well-known, huge platform in the Netherlands. They carry a lot of the top sporting events. Spike is more of a men's entertainment network. Ziggo is a sports network, so it's great to jump onto a sports network. They're also one of the group of companies of Liberty Global, which is a partner of ours, so it's great to bring Ziggo into the family. So that's a really big deal here, and the other thing is they're going to be running all the content we have. The countdown shows, the numbered events, the super fight series, the rewind shows, and we're looking forward to doing even more with Ziggo, so we're pretty excited about that. Then UFC Fight Pass, we've been with them for a year. We were trying to figure out how is the best way to activate a global pay-per-view. Well, what better partner can you have than the UFC? These guys are the masters at pay-per-view. So they're helping us run it in the United States in partnership, and they're managing it off of UFC.tv around the world. So people know where to find pay-per-views. They know to go to UFC.tv. So it's great for GLORY to be on that platform. That's going to help a lot. People don't have to go hunt for us. They know where to find us.
How long is this deal for?
With UFC TV?
With both, with Ziggo?
Ziggo is a multi-year deal, and UFC, we've got a lot of different components to that relationship. We've got our library running on Fight Pass. We've got the Super Fight series going live on Fight Pass, and now we've got this pay-per-view. So we look forward to doing more and more with the UFC.
Back to this fight. Have you discussed what's next for Rico? Want he doesn't defend his title right now. GLORY 35 has a heavyweight tournament coming up. Ismail Lond won a contender tournament last April, and Verhoeven also seems interested in a fight with Chai Lewis Perry. What's next for him?
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for Rico. The heavyweight division is getting busier and busier. As Korhammer said, people are looking at the heavyweight division and saying, what's left? Well, now you've got the biggest fight in the world, Rico versus Badr. In addition to that, we've got guys coming up like Chai Lewis Perry. We've got guys like Ben Sadiq coming up, Ishmael Lunt, a little bit of the old school, has fought Badr and Rico. So, a lot of action in the heavyweight division. So what's next for Rico? Let's see him get through this one and then see what the world brings for him.
December 10, it will be the first time GLORY will come to Germany. I believe in the beginning of this year, this event was supposed to be in Amsterdam. It was planned for Amsterdam, that you were supposed to do 2 events in Amsterdam in 2016, 2 GLORY events. Is it frustrating that it can't take place in the Netherlands?
Not for us. When it was first suggested to me we go to Oberhausen, I knew that the UFC had fought there, so I knew it was a great building. But then, my reaction was, wow, that looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. And then as I learned more, I saw it was really in the middle of everywhere. You can get there from Holland, you can get there from France, it's in Germany. So Dusseldorf is close by, so it seemed like actually for Central Europe it's a great location.
Have you tried to make it happen in Amsterdam?
Did we try? There were certain reasons why we weren't going to come to Amsterdam. We're already coming here twice a year, and the way it worked out, Oberhausen was the place.
If you walk outside right now, we're now in the Heineken Music Hall, and you look to your left, you see the Amsterdam Arena. Wouldn't that have been the best place to do this fight?
Actually, I think the Amsterdam Arena was not available, but we would love to come to the Amsterdam Arena in the future. Good place for us. As we continue to grow, as ticket sales continue to boom, more big fights, the Amsterdam Arena is definitely on the radar scope.
In September it was announced that Yao Capital acquired a stake in Glory. Will there be an Asian show next year?
The plan is to bring 4 shows to Asia. So we're looking at expanding the calendar from last year we did 10. For 2017 we're planning 18. We're going to go down to Brazil. We're looking at Brazil. We're probably going to go up to Canada on the Western Hemisphere. And then 3 or 4 shows in China in partnership with Yao Capital and Yao's team in Asia.
So
can't tell you the dates yet, but they're third and fourth quarter 2017.
Yeah. And you will start the year in Los Angeles. If you looked at the last event in the Denver, at the time of the main event, the crowd was not really there anymore.
Well, it's interesting. Denver was actually pretty good crowd. We had a great drop count. We almost filled that building. But yes, the shows are long, and people tend to leave by late at night. So we've got some ideas on how to fix that, and we're looking forward to doing some things to make sure the crowds are vast for our main events. We're going into LA Live in Los Angeles, which is in the heart of the Los Angeles Entertainment District, and great tradition of sports fans coming down to that venue. So that venue is going to be tight, it's going to be full, it's going to be rocking.
You mentioned 18 events. Will it all be numbered events, or are you going to vary with maybe some small events also?
We'll do 18 numbered events. Maybe you didn't know, but the fans should know, in addition to our numbered events and the Super Fight Series, we also have a whole series of Road to Glory events going on. So if you look at a guy like Dustin Jacoby, he came out of Road to Glory in the U.S. Francis Ambane came out of Road to Glory. We did a Road to Glory in Brazil just about a month ago. We're going to do 5 more in Brazil. We've got a plan to announce some Road to Glories coming up in England, and then some Road to Glories in China. So we're going to hit the main markets with Road to Glories in addition to our Glory numbered events, because we got to build for the future. We got to find talent for the future, and that's what Road to Glories do. So we've got building grassroots programs with Road to Glories. We got numbered events. We've got the Super Fight Series to try and drive people into our contender tournaments. So a lot going on at Glory.
Is there going to be more shoulder programming?
Shoulder programming for sure. Right now we've got our countdown show. We've got our rewind show. We do a couple of best of glories every year. And, for the right thing, we'll have a reality series coming up. We've got to find, the right chemical mixture of core grassroots things and develop that into some more seasonal programming.
Some of the Glory fighters have experience in MMA. You mentioned Justin Jacoby. Some of them have ambitions to also do MMA, like Rico Verhoeven, who just debuted last year, Robert Verhoeven.
Sure.
Is it possible that there will be MMA in Glory Ring?
I don't think there's going to be any MMA in Glory. We've partnered with some MMA leagues in the past. We've done some co-shows with Dream, Glory 4. We did Dream 18 and Glory 4 together. We did a Dynamite show with one of the promotions in America. So, looking towards the future, there may be some more of that, but there won't be MMA events in Glory. Right now, it's kickboxing only. And it's interesting to me because if you look at some of the guys that have done it, like Dustin Jacoby, he fought King Mo in Bellator. He fought in the UFC. He fought in Titan. The guy is just a warrior. But right now, he's learned that you got to really focus on your kickboxing if you want to be successful in kickboxing. The guys that are bouncing back and forth, like Joe Schilling, I don't think they're performing at their best in either discipline. You want to be a Glory champion, it's probably a best idea to focus on kickboxing.
Does it worry you that fighters like Robert Verhoeven and Rico Verhoeven have ambitions in MMA?
I think those guys are learning that There's a great career for them at Glory. I think some of them look at the UFC and say, wow, there's millions of dollars at the top level. But for guys at the base level, I don't know if it's all that much different. For sure, if you become Conor McGregor, if you become Georges St. Pierre, if you become Ronda Rousey, there's a lot of money in MMA at that level. But we're getting there. And I think guys like Badr Hari and Rico wouldn't be putting on this fight if they didn't see some gold at the end of the rainbow.
Last month, Nicky Holzken and Murto Grunard fought for the third time. What's next now for Murto Grunard? Because it seems like they don't want to fight anymore, but Murto is still a top contender on welterweight.
So they walked out of that fight saying, hey, we're done, we're not fighting again. But the only thing that you know in combat sports is you never know. So who knows if they'll fight again. If he wins another contender tournament and Nicky's still at the top, is he going to say, hey, we don't fight again? He might. But that's really a question for Murto, not for me.